to monitor the currency and the control of their currency, their money system. You know, we seem to propose the same kinds of control that our Constitution prohibited in America. And this kind of statement and discussion shows that there's a lot of attention being paid to monetary reforms all over the world. It's easy to show and almost impossible to refute that a dollar is a very specific silver coin containing 371¼ grains of fine silver. It's always been this way since the inception of the American Republic. The Constitution fixes the monetary unit of the United States as this dollar. It empowers Congress to coin silver and gold coins, and it very specifically prohibits the government from issuing what the Founding Fathers called bills of credit, what we call paper currency, which is a rotting vegetable, redeemable in silver and gold. And so it's really senseless to talk about a gold or silver-backed dollar. The fact that so much debate on the Federal Reserve System focuses on this point shows how totally ignorant most of the people are about the subject of American money. Defining the dollar constitutionally is the first step in explaining the real nature of the problem that we have with the Federal Reserve System. Some people don't know it, but this is a problem that we have. And I want to point out why this is a problem. We have to look at three aspects, the 3 points I'm going to discuss to understand the Federal Reserve System. First point is that there's been a devolution of the dollar, of money, of currency during the past 200 years. There's a movement of the devolution from commodity money to fiduciary money to fiat money. And so I'll define each of these things. Commodity money is a medium of exchange, a money with intrinsic value, such as gold or silver coin. In the case of commodity money, the actual commodity, the silver or the gold, is both the medium of exchange and the standard of value, the unit of prices. The supply of commodity money is self-limited because of the cost of mining, refining, and bringing into the mints. So the key terms are, it's a money of intrinsic value, and it is self-limited. Fiduciary money is a medium of exchange composed of some intrinsically valueless substance, typically paper, a rotting vegetable currency, which the issuer promises to redeem in commodity money, silver or gold. It is called a promissory note because there's a promise to pay in commodity money. An example would be a note which is backed by gold or silver reserves in a bank. The note is a promise to pay in commodity money and therefore represents something of real value. Private banknotes and government treasury notes are fiduciary monies in general circulation. The paper promise to pay is the medium of day-to-day exchange. The actual money and the ultimate standard of value remains the promised medium of payment, which is the silver and gold coins. The supply of fiduciary money is also self-limited because it requires payment in gold or silver. So the units of fiduciary money has to be equal to the units of commodity money available. If we have a free market system in which contracts are going to be enforced, fiduciary money will be issued only to the extent that the issuer can satisfy the demands for redemption. We have to realize, however, that free market always affects this kind of money because there's always the threat by the government or a powerful interest group to step in to repudiate the promise to pay, the promise to redeem. Fiat money is backed by nothing. It is composed also of intrinsically valueless substance, paper, which the issuer does not promise to redeem, either in a commodity money or fiduciary money. The only reason why people accept it is because of faith. Because fiat money has no legal connection to commodity money, and there's no economic cost in terms of production, it is not self-limited. We must realize that the value of fiat money is always largely a matter of public confidence in the economic or political stability of the issuer. Fiat money can be manipulated very easily by anyone involved in its creation. Historically, every major fiat money has been destroyed in hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is an extreme decrease in the purchasing power that is caused either by unlimited increase in the supply of fiat money by the issuer or simply by the loss of public confidence in the value of the money or in the economic or political stability of the issuer. Second point, the theory and history of fiduciary money, also the theory and history of banking, must focus on the ever-present problem of redemption. Why is it a problem? Because there's a promise to redeem in gold or silver, commodity money. Commodity money in silver or gold coin is itself payment because it contains a fixed weight of precious metal. But a unit of fiduciary money, a banknote or treasure note, is only a contingent, an uncertain payment, because it depends on the ability and the willingness of the issuer to redeem it. Fiduciary money always threatens to become fraudulent money. The history of fiduciary money is the history of monetary fraud, both economic and political. Third point, the danger of fraud in the issuing of fiduciary money is acute in the case of fractional reserve banking. In fractional reserve banking, the bank is always issuing more units of fiduciary money than it has units of commodity money available for redemption. It counts on the assumption that not all Americans will come forward demanding redemption, all at one time. Modern fractional reserve banking is inherently fraudulent because it is simply impossible for the banks to simultaneously fulfill its promises. The bank managers know that complete redemption is impossible, and therefore the promises are false. Bank customers are simply ignorant of how the fractional reserve banking system works. Let's talk more about the Federal Reserve System. If you want to understand the significance of the Federal Reserve System, then you have to understand that there is no such thing as politically neutral or politically independent money. Ultimately, money is both a medium for storing wealth and exchanging wealth. Thus, money is a form of property and a mechanism for implementing contracts that transfer property from one person to another person. Even in a free market economy with limited government, money has always a necessarily political character. The degree to which, you have to understand this, the degree to which the government protects the money system from private fraud and public looting is the degree to which the government respects and protects private property. I question whether or not our government protects and respects private property here in America, especially with the insane, the asinine tax system here. We'll talk more about that. A free market economy will necessarily have one kind of money system. A mixed economy, another kind of money. A socialist economy, another kind of money, and so forth. But in every society, the money system always accurately reflects the political values of that nation or that society, always. So the debate over whether the Federal Reserve System ought to be independent